the last 70 years, do I think that anything has happened in this country that's substantial, that has moved it ahead? No, absolutely not. In the 70 years that I've been here on and off, I've seen a couple of new roads, but when you talk about social programs, I've seen absolutely nothing. I have not seen better health care. I have not seen better education. I have not seen the pensions go up. This country is at a standstill. And do I believe that the protests, this is the one-year anniversary, has helped? That depends on the Bulgarian people. It depends on what they do. Albert Einstein said that definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, I will tell you that if you keep voting for the same political parties, you can expect more of the same. In fact, this country is not going forward. It's actually moving backwards because of the growth rate of our population. It's in dire straits. It needs a jump start. It needs fresh new minds and thinking, and that's what Nova Bulgaria offers. We have young people with correct ideas that think in a Western way that will move this country forward. And this is the first time since communism, okay, whatever, socialism, whatever you guys call it. We know what it is, okay? And since the new government, well, you guys got your freedom, which really, we didn't get our freedom in this country. What we got was communist thinking for another 20 years. And let me explain to you why it doesn't work. And here's a hardcore example. The gross domestic product of the Soviet Union, and I bring up the Soviet Union because that's the same mindset that's permeated this country for the last 70 years and continues to permeate it. It doesn't work. Here's why. The GDP of Russia is $1.8 trillion. The GDP of the United States is 15 trillion. And if you make the argument that there's more people in the United States than there are in Russia, well, why is it that China with 1.6 billion people has a GDP of 7.5 trillion? I know that's a lot of numbers, but here's what you got to realize. The United States is 7 times more economically powerful than the Russia or any other country in the world. It's the #1 GDP. Why? Because capitalism works, because the Western way of thinking works. And if you want this country to move ahead, you're going to have to change your mindset, because what they're doing now in this country clearly doesn't work. They don't understand general business concepts. They don't understand how to do the right thing. And every single day that they're in power, they harm you and they harm this country and stop it from moving forward. Now you have a real chance. Nova Bulgaria, we have a solid plan, solid people, and we will make a difference. So it depends on the Bulgarian people. If they want to keep doing what they're doing, no, nothing will change at all. If they want to do something different and try something different, you will see a change. The worst, the absolute worst thing about this government, other than the fact that they have no clue how to actually run a country, is that there is no justice in this country. The justice system is broke. Yes, there are laws in the books, but they are not enforced. And this is the #1 thing that has to get fixed for this country to move forward. And there are things that we can do without changing the Constitution, the justice system, that will make substantial differences very, very quickly. This has to be done, and there has to be real justice in this country. When there is, this country will take a giant step in moving forward. We all know that. The very first step that this next government should take is fix the justice system, because without that being fixed, nothing is going to work. They need to fix the justice system. That's the first thing that needs to be fixed. The reason the protests are going on for 1 year and nothing has happened, because it's not in the best interest of the current government to have another election. The only reason that they're talking about possibly having another election has more to do with South Stream than any other thing. Right now there's a lot of talk going on in Bulgaria about whether South Stream should go through or not. Well, that scares a lot of people. It scares the people who made the deal with Russia. It scares Russia because they want their natural gas pipeline running through Bulgaria. And because of this, they're hoping that a new election will put the right people in that they can push South Stream through. That's what this is really about. Don't be fooled. It is what it is. It's 100% total corruption and manipulation for them to steal more money from this country. That's why the protests are still going on for a year, because they don't care.